Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the True Blue Podcast. I'm your host, Zach Sucardi. It is, September 30th, but it's 20 minutes to midnight, so it's October 1st. And here we are. We're podcasting. We're kicking it. October's here. Shout out to my homie John. It's his birthday today, September 30th. Great guy. We met at the gym in Paramus, New Jersey, World's Gym. I had a Sick of It All hoodie on, which is a hardcore band from Queens. And he knows them. He was like, cool hoodie, man. Great band. And it's kind of cool, like, you meet friends, like a lot of my friends come from school. I still have friends from fucking, like fourth grade. And then I have friends from high school. Most of my friends have come from my job. But there's a couple randoms, like John. I met him at the gym. In fact, I introduced him as John Jim. And great guy. So happy birthday to him. I think he's 40 today. 40. So that's awesome. And he was there for my birthday this year and made it great. Just a great friend. Literally, he's true blue. So shout out to him. This episode is dedicated to him. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm here. It's Friday night? Friday. All day today. I thought it was Saturday. Which kind of sucks because I'm I'm off Sunday, Monday. So kind of today I'm like, I'm off tomorrow. I'm like, wait a minute. No, I'm not. So, but that's okay. I like if you do Monday through Friday, Thursdays are the day. It's like the appetizer to the weekend, you know? You're just getting ready for the meal. And that's kind of how it is for me on Fridays. And it's cool, you know, I can dig it. I had a good night. I had a good day. So yeah, I met some friends at this breakfast spot in Corrales, New Mexico. And I loved it. They hated it, but I loved it. Shout out to Joan and Kate. It was a great hang. And they gave great hugs. Friends give you good hugs. It's important. Hugging is important. And it was just a great time. Great convo. Just exchange of energy and conversation and laughter and real true blue kind of stuff, you know. And my food was great. So when you get soda from this place, they just give you like a bottle and then a cup of ice. Like, come on, just invest in a fucking fountain system or whatever. But that's it. Everything else was delicious. They hated it, but I loved it. I think they're newly vegetarians. So I don't know. I don't think they knew what to order. But I got myself a breakfast burrito. And I got Christmas on the side. And that means red and green chili. I still get all my chili on the side. I won't dare just have them put it on there. Because, you know, I'm fucking still a white boy from New Jersey. I'm not trying to fucking let them decide how much chili I eat. But it was delicious. Delicious. So when I go to places and I order food, I'll always say, yes, and can I have that made delicious, please? And most times people laugh or smile, but sometimes people get confused. But I got the waitress. She was doing her thing, and I'm like, yes, and can I have that made delicious, please? And she just laughed, and it was awesome. I kind of like broke her. You know, she was just in the mode and doing her thing, and I, you know, made her smile and shit. And it's amazing how people's energy and face, and almost like, I don't know, I can't think of the word, but like their beauty shows when they smile. You know? It's so important to smile. Like it really is, and when you like walk past someone and you smile at them and they smile back, or like in the instance of today when she was taking my order and I said that and she just smiled and kind of laughed, it's awesome. Like, you see this youthfulness, you see this like charm or this joy, and it's like, and that's what's great about laughter. It's like a surprise smile. You know, you're not expecting to smile, but someone says something and makes you laugh, and here you are smiling, which is really cool. So yeah, it was a good meal, it was a great hang. And usually, like, when I have days that I work, I don't do much hanging out in the mornings. I usually go to the gym or go to church, or, you know, I'm in a meeting or something like that. But, you know, I have a fucking weird schedule. My friend Kate has a weird schedule, and we made it work. And her and Joan drove out to, like, where I'm living, which is cool. It's like a half hour, 35-minute drive with, like, traffic and morning bullshit. About that. So, props to them. Just a great hang. Shout out to their whole fucking family. This is a family of Irish and Italian. And that's what I am. I'm also Portuguese, but mainly Irish and Italian. So to come out here to New Mexico, where there's not a lot of Irish and Italians, and to connect with, like, that vibe is so cool. You know, and the family very similar to mine, somewhat, with their parents and the like dynamic. And I've met almost all of their siblings. They have like 7 of them, I think. And they're all cool. And like, one of their siblings is my doctor. She's awesome. Like, I'm blessed to know them. And it kind of feels like they're like my family in a way. My sister struggles with addiction in New Jersey. And I don't hear from her for months. And I have a sister out here, and it's just a blessing. But, like, I know Kate. I met her at work, and she's just the best. She's awesome. She's just such great insight. You know, it's like one of those friends. I hope you guys have this, but one of those friends that when you hang out with them, you feel better. Like, you almost feel like you, like, cleansed yourself, or had a therapy session, or, like, went for a hike in the mountains and, like, experienced nature, or some bullshit, some hippie shit. But you didn't. You just sat and had a conversation. And we were there like 2.5 hours. We could have closed the place down. I mean, they close at 2 p.m. It's one of those spots. But we you know, we had to work, and, you know, you got to do that stuff, pay bills and stuff. But it was a great morning. It really was. It was a great morning. The work was good. Connected with some customers, which was really cool. I've been asking some of my customers for gratitude lists. And it's really neat. Sometimes I get some interesting things that people say. Sometimes they even say me. They're grateful for me. I mean, usually they say for the help that I've given them, but once in a while they'll be like, yeah, just for, you know, your energy or whatever. And that's pretty amazing. I'm, like, super grateful. I'm not saying this in a boastful way, but I'm very, like, and I think I had 2 people today say me for all 3, for all 3 things, as I asked for 3 things that they're grateful for. And it's a cool exercise. I implore you to use it. I implore you to ask for your food to be delicious and watch people smile. And I implore you to ask people for gratitude lists. It doesn't have to be deep. It can be, but it doesn't have to be deep. It can be they're grateful for the water they're drinking. They're grateful for the hat they have on their head. You know, the bracelet they're wearing. I mean, it could be anything, literally. But what I like about it is it kind of retrains your mind to think differently. To think about, like, you know, what's in front of you, despite all the bullshit that spins in our minds and our brains. So I suggest that you make a gratitude list yourself. You know, write it down, tell somebody, ask them, share it. It's really cool. It really feeds the soul. Damn, I've been talking for almost 10 minutes about this. Fuck, I swear, man, time flies. So I'm just going to catch you up with, like, what I've been up to the last week. We'll do some self-care, read some poetry, and I'll share a song here. So I add the song to a playlist that's on Spotify. My name on Spotify is Donnie Pepperoni. Donnie with a Y. Donnie Pepperoni. And it's the True Blue playlist. And I love doing it because I just add a song every week. I'm thinking about doing it with Apple, but I'd have to get a fucking Apple subscription, and I don't know if that's going to happen. But if anyone out there has an Apple family plan and they want to hook your boy up, then let me know. That'd be awesome. I'll give you $5 a month or $2 a month or whatever, or just free. That'd be awesome. Anyway, I got a pedicure recently and it was all right. Like, I like getting pedicures because, like, who wants to be fucking clipping their feet? Plus, I'm a swimmer. So, it's nice to have nice fucking feet and shit. I mean, the lady was nice and shit. I went with my sister and one of Kate's sisters. I'm being polite and not saying her name because I don't know that she... Anyway. And it was just all right. I don't know. Like, they just cleaned it. They just did an okay job, but it was expensive. Not that expensive. I mean, I've paid more. But I like getting pedicures. I've probably gotten them for like 10 years now. And I don't get them like that consistently. But it's just nice having people fucking clip your feet and shit. And like make them like clean and shit, And, I work hard. I work hard for the money. Might as well fucking enjoy the fruits of my labor. It was cool. I was watching football on my phone, getting a back massage or a fucking head massage, whatever that fucking chair does. You get those little bottles of water. It's pretty sweet. And what was really cool is my sister came to church with me, which was awesome, which was so cool. None of my siblings would do that unless maybe I got married or I became a priest, which I don't even know if that would bring them out. But it was just really cool that she came with me. She hadn't been to church since her mom passed away in 2014. So it brought up a lot of emotions, and it's the place to bring up emotions. It really is, I've like cried at church, and I mean, it's the the sauna, you can get away with crying because you can just say it's sweat. I'm sure like the eye doctor too is probably some other places you can get away with crying. But church, yeah, it's just so much going through your mind, and like there's so much love present, and it's a great cathartic experience. But I'm so grateful that you came with me. And then there's this Adoration Chapel, which is a chapel that is open 24 hours a day. And there's this little statue of Jesus Christ in there, and you just sit in there and you're quiet. You're not supposed to talk or anything. And they have like rosaries and they have books. I think I mentioned this on the last podcast, but I really hope that like every religion has something like this. And it's what I like about it is it's 24 hours. I can literally go there right after this, which I might do. I actually might do because it's pretty close. And it's just so nice. You get to spend time with Jesus. And check it out. Even if you're not religious, check this out. Jesus was divine and he was a human. Like, that's pretty cool. And he hung out with like the misfits, Not the band, but the actual like sect of people. He hung out with the lame and the poor and the sinners, the drug addicts, the hookers. He wasn't rolling with like the A-listers, which I just love. But so anyway, we went to the chapel and then we drove up to Santa Fe and visited her mom's grave. Her mom is so awesome. She was from New Jersey, just like me, Italian. She was just so amazing. Is so amazing. Just she would tell me about my dad and about I had a brother who passed away when he was 7, and she would tell me about him. And yeah, she was just really cool. Really cool. And we went up to Santa Fe and brought flowers. We sat there and talked about her. And it was just a great experience. Sometimes I really see the importance of going to grave sites, things like that, or places that you bring people's ashes to. It's not for everybody, and I respect that. Just like church, not for everybody, But it was just really, again, cathartic and a beautiful experience. I suffer from too many pockets. I got pockets in my pants, in my fucking sweatshirt, pockets in my book bag, and suffering from too many pockets is a real thing. Because you don't know where the fuck your shit's at. You got like your fucking phone, you got your keys, you got your AirPods, you got your wallet, you got your badge for work. Ugh, so much shit. Too many pockets. So the band that you hear when I start this podcast, they're called Uncle Skunk. They're a punk band from New Jersey. My neighbor and later on, like guys I went to high school with and friends are in that band. And the song is called Billy, the first song, which is pretty cool because I have two friends, one I haven't seen in years, named Billy. And it's just so good. Like, it's so good. And they were like fucking like 15, 16 when they recorded that demo. They're also the song that I play at the outro. And they actually did like a reunion kind of a thing for my friend Jay. Shout out to my friend Jay for his 50th birthday. Which this guy Jay, you wouldn't even know he's 50. He's been in a punk band forever. He's so positive. He looks like 38, you know. So he's definitely doing good. And he's also true blue. Most of my friends are, but some of them really exude it and are it's easy to identify. So they had a reunion show. The singer wasn't there. He lives up in Syracuse. He wasn't available, but it was still cool. I wish I could have gone, but I'm here in New Mexico, living large. But yeah, so I just want to let you guys know it's great music. I still have the freaking demo tape, which is like, I almost don't want to play it in any cassette player because the thought of it not existing anymore would be, as they say here in New Mexico, I'd be all sad. Like all sad. So, yeah, so that's since we last spoke. That's kind of like what's let me do my gratitude list. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So the gratitude list, I'm grateful for, I have this bracelet. It's I'm grateful for some of the bracelets I have. My niece made me a bracelet of the New York Jets colors. This is a rosary bracelet. I'm not a ring guy. You're not going to really ever see me wearing rings unless I get married at some point in my life. But rings are kind of weird. I always think guys who wear rings are kind of weirdos or into weird shit. But I'll wear bracelets and necklaces and shit. I used to have my ears pierced, but I don't have anything in my ears now. But yeah, I'll do bracelets. So okay, I'm grateful for bracelets. The few that I have. I'm grateful for my study Bible. I have this really dope study Bible, and it's great. It's like all like regular English and shit, so like it makes a lot of sense. It has like all these great like key phrases and like before each book of the Bible that talks about like what it's about. It really helps break it down, and it's just really cool. Bible's got some good stuff in it. You know what I'm saying? And then let's see here. I'm grateful for the shows I'm going to this weekend. I'm going to see this band Krungbin in Santa Fe. They're excellent. They're from Austin. And then I'm going to see in Santa Fe next a couple days later this band called Broken Social Scene, which I haven't seen them since like early 2000s. But they're very much a nostalgic New York City kind of a band for me. They're from Canada, but I used to go into New York by myself a couple times and just go to the parks, the museums. And I remember listening to their CD. And you know what? I think I had an iPod mini, so I don't want to date myself too much, but I think maybe the first couple of trips I had a CD player, a Discman, but then I had an iPod mini, and I would jam Broken Social Scene. They have a self-titled album. They have an album called You Forgot It in People that are both excellent, so I highly recommend that. All right, let's get on to the self-care tip. I'm really chatting a lot here. Oh shit, that's the fucking wrong one. All right, let's. All right, so the self-care tip this week is the benefits of making lists. I'm a big list guy, especially going to the grocery store. Because, who the fuck wants to go to the grocery store, like, more than once? It's a chore. Especially, out here, you have to go to, like, the hippie grocery store to get your fruits, and then you got to go to the regular grocery store to get, like, your regular shit. So I just thought, let me share the benefits of making lists and how it could, like, really help you out and shit. Because it's important. And, just pull up your notepad or Google Docs and make a list. So, first thing it does is improve your memory. If you're not creating creating lists can improve your overall memory. It reinforces your short-term memory, writing tasks down. When you continually check them, you kind of always know, all right, eggs, probiotic, bananas, almonds, you know what I mean? But it really can really help with your memory. Next thing it helps with is it reduces your stress. When you put things into these to-do lists, they really give you that reminder where you don't have to rely on your memory. You can just go off of what your damn list says. And you don't have to stress the idea of wasting time because you weren't prepared. Making lists is super helpful. Before you go on a trip, and you got to pack shit, make a list. Grocery store, even stuff you got to prep before you leave the house. That can really help. Dry erase board is a really good thing to have, making lists. But you can really manage things, and it's great to help reduce stress. And also, the next thing it does is it allows for more personal time, because if you think about it, you make these lists and you're not having to sacrifice your personal free time with having to make multiple trips places, or you forget shit, and it frees up that space in your schedule. And I mean, if you're honest with yourself, you can really make it easy. You can find a lot more times for your hobbies and to relax and shit. It also, next on the list, it helps reduce your anxiety and improves your mental health. Because, the act of completing your tasks gives you a little bit of an ego boost and some confidence. I'm sure releasing some endorphins and shit. I'm sure scientifically it's on that trip. But I mean, when you get stuff done, it feels great. And when you can cross things out, literally, when you cross things out or erase them from your lists, it's you're freeing up space. It's you have a clean slate. Your room is clean. Your car is clean. Your list is complete. You've accomplished something. And that's the next thing. It provides a sense of accomplishment. It's you're giving yourself a reward by making the list. You're staying motivated. You're creating accountability for yourself. When you complete the list, again, it feels great. You can say, okay, I'm done. Now on to the next, and it really gives you that peace of mind. Because I mean, isn't that what we achieve for? Especially I think probably when I hit my 30s, I was peace of mind. Things are, peace of mind over willy-nilly or just rolling the dice. And then it helps creating attainable goals. If you make these short-term lists, and that's where it starts, making short-term lists. So you're not overwhelming yourself with all these big fucking, break them down into little lists. You don't have to have a big fucking to-do. And another thing it helps with being specific. It helps with, when you're being specific, literally, what tasks you have to do. You can be more proactive. Increases your productivity. You could write little notes on things, based on what your list is. Let's say you're trying to be creative, you can write a list, and you can put little bullet points and stuff. When I write up my little show sheet for this podcast, it's just a couple things, not mega detail. But there are some times, when I talk about music, I'll write some things that I'm all right, I'm going to forget to think or say that, so it really helps. And it helps also, the next thing is dividing larger tasks. So doing these small little, multiple lists where you have, okay, this is my list for the weekend, this is my list for shopping, this is my list for this next project. This is my list for my freezer, my pantry. I mean, literally. I mean, you can go kind of crazy with it. So, you don't have to go that detail, but it can really help, especially when it's larger tasks and shit. It also helps with prioritizing your goals. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, it'll help with prioritizing your goals. After you write stuff down, you'll know what you need to attend to first. Sometimes it's good to do the easiest thing first for some people, because it builds that momentum. Other times you can do the more difficult thing first, because it just goes, whoa, hey, that wasn't so bad, and the rest of the things are kind of easy, but it helps definitely prioritize your goals. So yeah, everybody, make a list. I mean, come on. Just makes life easier, reduces stress, improves your memory. You have more time to enjoy life, and you don't forget shit. Because what's worse than forgetting shit? Especially, I can't say enough, especially groceries. I'm not the biggest grocery store guy. I'll usually play music, listen to a podcast, keep a smile on my face and all, but I'm not thrilled to be at the grocery store all the time. So yeah, that's it. That's the true blue motherfucking self-care tip of the week. Let's read some poetry. All right, we're going to read some haiku from the Haiku Anthology. All right, let's see. Distant thunder, the dog's toenails click against the linoleum. So that's actually kind of funny because my dog, it sounds like she's like a tap dancer. It's kind of funny, like in the morning, my sister's dog and my dog, I'm pretty much like in charge of the dogs here. And I feed them these like peanut butter treats, and they are besides themselves. They go in circles, and my dog is like a tap dancing cutie. It's so funny. It's so funny. And it makes me think of my dad too, because he actually was a tap dancer, or tap dance. I shouldn't say he was a tap dancer, like that was his profession. That'd be quite a profession. What do you do for a living? I'm a tap dancer. But yeah, he could tap dance. All right, on to more poetry. Night comes, picking up your shoes, still warm. Up late, the furnace comes on by itself. My wife still asleep. Snow piles up on the steps. Letting go, the dog out, the stars out. Morning quiet, snow sticking to the side of the telephone poles. While the guests order, the tablecloth hides his hands, counting his money. Down from the bridge rail, floating from under the bridge, strangers exchange stares. In that empty house with broken windows rattling, a door slams and slams. Creepy. Leaves moil in the yard. Revel an eyeless doll's head, slowly conceal it. In that lightning flash, through the night rain, I saw it, whatever it was. It's pretty cool. Hey, these are Halloweeny. The Halloween mask, floating face up in the ditch, slowly shakes its head. Creepy. Hair in my comb's teeth, the color of autumn wind, this whole day is gray. Last screech owl cry, how quietly the dawnlight comes creeping through the woods. Thunderstorm passing, echoing along the shore, the last hollow sound. This evening stillness, just the rusted cowbell, found by the pasture gate. Cliff dweller ruins, and the silence of swallows, encircling silence. Somewhere behind me, seeming in the dark silence, to feel a slow coiling. Where the coyote called, rising in full cry, the moon, the sound of silence. That breeze brought it, a moment of moonlight, to the hidden fern. Fall wind in piñons, faster and louder patters, yesterday's shower. Mountain shadow crossing the evening river at the old fording place. Under ledges and looking for the coolness that keeps touching my face. That's cool. Finding this cavern, following the lantern light, followed by silence. The boat sails, close hauled to the breeze, windward pines. Bright sun, the sheen of tall grass when it bends. Clouds seen through clouds seen through. That's cool. Calm evening, the ball game play by play across the water. That's awesome. Ground fog up to my ankles in moonlight. In the medicine cabinet, the winter fly has died of old age. Birds singing in the dark, rainy dawn. Straining at the padlock, the garage doors at noon. Evening coming, the office girl unloosing her scarf. That's amazing. Arms folded to the moon among the cows. And here's one of my favorite haikus of all time. Of all time. Missing a kick at the icebox door. It closed anyway. And there you have it. So amazing. And by the way, that's Jack Kerouac haiku. Let me read it again because it's so good. Missing a kick at the icebox door. It closed anyway. So icebox is old school. We don't have them anymore really. They're like old school fridges. But that's such a great fucking haiku. So glad to be sharing that. All right, let's get on to the True Blue playlist and the song of the week. All right, so the song I chose this week is called A Gentleman Caller by the band Cursive off the Ugly Organ album. Again, that's the Ugly Organ. Came out in 2003. This is a very indie rock band, especially in 2003. They were introduced to me by my friend Bruce, who I used to work with and was a singer of my band back in the day. And on this album, they have a cellist, and it works. Sometimes when bands have like saxophone, trumpets, violin, it's kind of whack. It's a bit of a novelty, but it doesn't work. But sometimes it works, and in this band it does. On this album it does. I don't know. I haven't really kept up with Cursive. I know their Domestica album, which is the one before this, and then I know this one, The Ugly Organ. Anyway, great album, great cover too, great album art. I posted it on my Instagram, which is True Blue Podcast. Great album art. It's green and it's got like an organ. It's pretty cool. And this song, great lyrics. I'm pretty big on lyrics, if you couldn't tell. And it tells a really good story. It's one of those songs where, like I said, like the lyrics stand out to me. So I'm going to share them. And you know what? I was talking to a friend the other day, and he made the comment saying, the worst is over. And shout out to my friend Aaron. And in this song, to me, this is one of those songs where like there's a part where like he says the worst is over, and it's so distinct, it stands out to me so much, and it kind of makes the song. And I was thinking about it, and I'm using it for this week, and I'm on the phone with my friend, and he said the worst is over. I was like, man, you have no idea, we're in sync here, man. It's pretty amazing. So I'm going to read you the lyrics to this song called A Gentleman Caller from Cursive. Your gentleman caller, well, he's been calling on another. He loves his forbidden fruit. And as it dribbles down his chin, he cries, baby, I've been drinking with some friends. Now how about a little kiss? Bad boy, rub his nose in it. What a mess, and he's playing dumb. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. That's actually part of the lyric. I'm not looking for a lover. All these lovers are liars. I never lie to you. You say you want to get even. Yeah, you want to get your bad man good. Well, are you in the mood? You bad girl, does it feel good being bad? And getting worse? Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. And here's the best part. But in the morning, on the sober dawn of Sunday, you're not sure what you have done. Who told you love was fleeting? Sometimes men can be so misleading. That to me, that line should say sometimes humans can be so misleading. But it's the lyric. To take what they need from you, whatever you need to make you feel like you've been the one behind the wheel. The sunrise is just over that hill. The worst is over. Whatever I said to make you think that love's the religion of the weak. This morning we love like weaklings. The worst is over. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. The worst is over. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. The worst is over. And I'm telling you, this song, I can't believe I read the doo-doo, doo-doots, but, when you listen to the song, it just yeah, it fits really well. But this is definitely The Worst Is Over song. And that's such a great, like, line and feeling, and it's so poetic, especially towards the end, that last verse. You know, whatever you need to make you feel like you've been the one behind the wheel. The sunrise is just over that hill. The worst is over. Just so beautiful. All right, well, fucking A, that's session 62. Thanks for joining me. Hope you guys have a great week. God bless, and I'll see you soon. Peace, everybody.